Okay. Let's open up this Buckler's Gym. Shit, it's time to read these patch notes. Is Buckler's Gym crashed? No way. Interesting. Bro, this has not been what's it called? Oh, I fucked up. The website is over flooded by people. Bro, I can't even read the patch. What's up, Nate? Yeah, the website is down. There's so many people looking at the patch list. Okay. Street Fighter 6 overall concept. We've made adjustments to all characters this time, mainly by making more attacks viable in the neutral expanding combo option. However, as with previous adjustments, we've made changes to move with high returns that were difficult to deal with, as well as moves that were overly oppressive in order to improve the overall balance of the game. Please refer to each individual character change list for details. Let's begin this read along. And I got me some Ciroc. Because I'm going to need a shot after they just nerfed the fuck out of my character. Her Sagat got nerfed to oblivion. Okay. Number one. Let's see. Overhead attacks that can combo from a drive rush. All such moves have been standardized to be -3 on block, and the situation after blocking has also been standardized to an extent. Unique attacks that hit overhead and result in a normal grounded knockback on hit are designed so that during a drive rush, they will combo on hit and also leave you at an advantage on block, letting you continue your offense. These moves deferred in block stun and pushback on block, but after taking into consideration their usefulness as a tool to break the opponent's guard and the return for doing so, we've adjusted them to mostly follow the following two rules. There are now -3 frames on block, so +1 with a drive rush. When blocked after a drive rush, the pushback on standing guard will be far enough so that normal throws are chaining light attacks with a low attack, or light crouching light kick over light punch will no longer connect. So if you do an overhead and you block the overhead, the pushback on standing guard will be far enough so that normal throws or chaining light attacks with a chaining light attack with a low attack, like crouching light over light punch, will no longer connect. Got it. Adjustments were made with the goal of the above two rules in mind, but because the reach of light attacks and effectiveness when being blocked varies between characters, there are some differences in the distance after guarding depending on the character in regards to rule 2. Okay. Italy lost. Water shot? I guess. Hell yeah, Italy lost. Bro, did I not say this earlier? Who the fuck is going to sit there? Who wants to see Italy in the WC, in the WBC final? Nobody. And at least now it's billed as Venezuela versus the USA, the oil country versus the land of the free, kind of shit. Like, that's it. And of course, USA is probably gonna end up winning. The Italian Americans, correct. The Italian Americans. Think they created a story? Well, Nate said it right. They're Italian Americans. So the irony of Italy is that Italy technically is like USA Part 2. If it makes sense. Extended USA. For the most part. So it's not that Italy is not strong. There's a lot of Italian American players. It's just that it doesn't bring a big bill. Like, you're talking about a big bill. We're talking about like, oh, this shit sounds fire. Say the Dominican Republic versus USA, big bill. Japan versus Korea, big bill. Japan versus China, big bill. USA versus China, big bill. USA versus Japan, big bill. Venezuela versus Puerto Rico, big bill. China versus Venezuela, no. China versus Netherlands, no. Mexico versus Puerto Rico, big bill. Mexico versus Italy, no. You see what I'm saying? I think we just got the better players. All I'm saying is, when you call it USA, you can put anybody you fucking want that was born in the country. You can be Dominican, you can be black, you can be Chinese, you can be whatever the fuck you want. And then you say, oh, I was born in the USA. You're American. So guess what? You can play for USA or you can play for the country that you want to play for. Whichever way you want. Manny Machado was born in fucking Florida, my nigga. He said, fuck it, I'm playing for the Dominican Republic. I'm not playing for USA. Alex Rodriguez was born in Florida or Texas. I don't remember where Alex Rodriguez was born at. But all I know was that Alex Rodriguez donned the USA uniform, although the nigga's Dominican. It's on your end. Okay. Adjustments were made with the goals of the two rules in mind, but because the reach regards to the rules. Also, while effectively an attempt to break guard has diminished, the added distance from Rule 2 means that it remains an easy to use and low risk option. Pressing up during a drive rush screen freeze. A jump will now occur when up is input during drive rush screen freeze. What the fuck is drive rush screen freeze? This adjustment only affects when a drive rush is used in neutral, not when canceling to drive rush during a hit. This change saves the up input during the screen freeze, which should reduce cases where the screen freezes prevented you from jumping and left you on the ground, as well as it makes it easier to use aerial special moves right after jumping, like Kami's Cannon Strike or Kuma's Sanku Hadoken, even when the inputs clash with a drive rush screen freeze. Oh, so when you drive rush forward. Pull up the Sagat nose. Damn, nigga. You just want me to get. You just want me to just jump right in, huh? No foreplay, no nothing. Just straight Sagat, huh? Finally, neutral jump input can be overridden by a forward or backward jump input. Inputting neutral jump and then holding forward or back will cause the appropriate directional jump to occur. There is also the intended behavior. Also, now you could drive rush jump forward and back. Or you could drive rush stop and then jump back. Interesting. There's better mobility overall. Universal buffer input on wake up. 3 frames added to buffer input time on wake up. 3 frames added to buffer input time? Specific overhead attack. When performing overhead attacks from a drive rush, we made adjustments. We already read that. Jump inputs during a drive rush. Characters will not jump after a drive rush screen freeze if up is input during the screen freeze. So when you do the drive rush, you press immediate. If you press up immediately, they'll just jump up, versus like drive rushing. Or you could do drive rush jump forward. So that means I don't know if it's like a super jump. Special move, drive rush, drive impact, cancel adjustment. When performing a cancelable normal attack into a special move, normally drive rush, drive impact inputs wouldn't overwrite the previous input, and the drive attack couldn't be performed. Adjustments have been made so that with attacks that require specific conditions to perform, Gao solid puncher while Super R2 is active, even if those conditions aren't met and the players perform the attacks, drive rush, drive impact inputs will be overwritten and wouldn't be performed. For those situations, drive rush, drive impact will not be performed. Gotcha. Okay. Y'all ready? Here we go. Let's go to Sagat, like this guy fucking said. Let's just jump right in. The adjustment introduced in our last update achieved much of what we wanted to balance with Sagat, which is why we only made a couple of tweaks in this one. First, we reduced the pushback on hit for his standing light kick. First, we reduced the pushback on hit for his standing light kick to mitigate an issue in which the furthest hitbox of medium tiger uppercut failed to connect. This adjustment should make medium tiger uppercut connect reliably when a standing leg kick lands on the opponent's torso, but not always when it hits an outstretched arm or leg. Second, given its reach and resulting combo damage, we have also increased the recovery on whiff for his crouching medium. Second, given its reach and resulting combo damage, we have also increased the recovery on whiff for his crouching medium punch. So his crouching medium punch got nerfed. Oh, fuck. So we can't just... Well, that's the standing medium punch. So, let's see. Standing light kick. Reduce pushback on hit. So that's a buff, technically. That's a fucking buff. Crouching medium punch. Recovery on whiff changed from 17 to 19 frames. Heavy tiger knee crush. Fix the bug where damage would decrease when the portion of the move that causes a spinning knockback hit as a counter hit. So he got balanced. He really got balanced. Interesting. Okay. Let's go to the second most important character, Ryu. As a character with high single strike damage potential, Ryu's strength isn't waiting for the opportune moments to unleash powerful attacks. Over past adjustment, we focused on improving that strength, but as we have done so, we realize that the rewards have started to outweigh the risks. This time, our adjustments are about bringing back that balance. They nerfed the fuck out of Ryu. God damn it, Ryu players. You're in for a bumpy ride this patch. So, solar plexus strike, heavy punch. This powerful move already enabled you to continue attacking through combos or block regardless of distance. However, we improved it to the point that it could potentially stop your opponent from making any attack, putting you at a massive advantage when attacking from a distance. Yep. Originally, from this distance, we wanted the player to utilize a whirlwind kick or a special move to keep their opponents in check, but given the favorable situation of using solar plexus strike, it was hard to see the benefits of using anything else. So we delayed the activation timing of the block idle hitbox. This way, the move stays the same. The move stays the same to close distances, but by making it easier for your opponent to retreat when using it from afar. We've brought it closer in balance to other zoning techniques. So basically, if you do use the before, you was like block locked, or like so when you was walking back and they did the solar plexus even at a distance or whatever, your character would just stop. So instead of moving back, now if you're in the zoning scenario, your character could continue moving back. Basically, so they fixed that. Well, not fixed it, but there's a nerf. High double strike, heavy punch, heavy kick. We made two major changes to the heavy double strike. First, we adjusted the blowback, increasing the frame advantage when transitioning into dungeon charge. Second, we changed the timing for the pushback on hit when in the corner. These changes open up the option to use it in a combo when cornering an opponent. You can also now follow up with a medium or overdrive shoryuken on standing hit. What the fuck? Yo, whoa, what a buff. So if you do, so now you could do heavy punch, heavy kick into medium, medium or overdrive shoryuken. Ryu got a buff, yeah. He got nerfed. He got his solar plexus. His solar plexus strike getting destroyed the way it did. Yeah, that completely brought him down a few pegs. But that right there is actually pretty cool. That you could do double strike and you could follow it up with shoryuken or an overdrive shoryuken. So it's only the shoryuken, the medium shoryuken or the overdrive shoryuken you can hit. So now you can do dungeon charge. What up, Cookie? So now you can do dungeon charge. So you could now do dungeon charge faster. So it gives you the Oki on that. And then in the corner, if you do it in the corner, then you could do medium shoryuken and overdrive shoryuken. Yeah, you could do a combo in the corner from the light heavy punch, light heavy kick. Heavy punch, heavy kick into medium shoryuken or EX shoryuken. Me? My glasses broke earlier, bro. I'm wearing my contacts right now. I might have to go to the eye center tomorrow. Crouching heavy punch. Due to only the first active frames being cancelable, we observed many cases where the first frame of a crouching heavy punch performed in response to a counter punish counter was barely missed. This resulted in either combos not connecting or cases when the second frame hit, but the Ryu player still took a counter attack. We judged that the difficulty of making snap combo decisions on the fly was too high, so we expanded the reach of the first frame. You can suck my dick. Okay. Standing medium punch. Recovery on whip changed from 11 to 13, so that's a nerf. Adjusted the hurt box to remain on the arms and body until the end of a whiff recovery. Crouching heavy punch. Added a new hitbox when the attack hits on the first active frame. Solar plexus strike. Activation timing for the standby block hit changed from 3rd to the 17th frame. High double strike. Overdrive shoryuken. Added a new hitbox when the attack extending forward reach. Light Hashogi drive gauge reduction on block changed from 4,000 to 2,000. Increased pushback on block during burnout. Increased pushback on block. They nerfed light Hashogaki. Yeah, they nerfed light Hashogaki. So that was the big. Well, that was one of the biggest problems that a Ryu had. Yeah, you do the Hashogaki. When you do the light Hashogaki, it kept the player right in front of you. So you would have you always was able to like press the tech button or grapple them immediately and chuck the other opponent had to like what I was the other opponent had to guess the mix almost immediately, like after you did that. So when you did the light Hashogaki, they would go immediately into tech, or they could just move back and then hit you with a standing heavy or something, or even do like a standing medium punch. So not bad, not bad. The solar plexus strike got nerfed. The standing medium punch got nerfed. And then Light Hoshogaki got nerfed. So he got nerfed. Everybody's bitching about the Tekken patch. Could it be me? You know why? Because I don't play Tekken like that. Ken, for Ken this time around, we really wanted to strengthen his pokes and expand on his combos and multi-hit attacks. We feel that all the adjustments come together nicely to further show off Ken's strength as a fighter. Did I get a fade? Recently? About like a week ago. Almost. About a week ago! I look clean. I appreciate it. Yeah, I got it. That was like 4 days ago. Okay, so we feel that all the adjustments come together nicely to further show off Ken's strength as a fighter. Crouching heavy punt. Multi-hit attacks at close range have been made easier to use through changes to drive gauge reduction and advantages on block. Canceling into a heavy Jin right kick no longer guarantees a drive impact, and Jin right kick over forward step kick can no longer be interrupted by moves other than invisible attacks. Normal Kazakama shin kick. Forward light kick during Jin right kick. We purely changed the effect of on counter hit to a knockdown, but we felt that this lowered its appeal as a way to keep your opponent in check. To counteract this, we upped the damage and improved the return on hit. Overdrive Senkan snap kick. A heavy kick during overdrive Jin right kick. By increasing the active frame, we made it easier to hit high up opponents during a mid air combo, incorporating it after a chin buster or when a chin buster? Or when picking up an airborne opponent with a drive rush normal move combo will easily allow you to follow up with a Jin right kick. Showed. Ooh. Ooh. Super Art Level 2 Shippu Jinrai Kyaku. We've increased the damage on counter punish counter. While damage is not generally increased on counter or punish counter for Super Arts, given that this move has no invisibility frames, it cannot be used for for its role. We want to utilize its fast startup and give it some utility as a counter attack. Okay. So Ken got buffed to all hell. So standing medium kick removed initial scaling of 20% can now be canceled into a super art. What? Oh, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Nigga, what? They could do a confirm. They could do a confirm to super art of just the standing medium kick. Crouching heavy punch. Advantage on block changed from 10 to oh my god. Drive gauge reduction on block changed from 5,000 to 6,000. Shoryuken quick dash. Adjusted combo counter increase for the first and second hit, making it harder to miss an airborne opponent on the second hit. Normal Kazakama kick. Damage changed from 5 to 600. Knockdown time on counter or punish increased by 4 frames. Change to prevent backward recovery. Change to prevent backward recovery from being performed during a counter or punish. So if you do a counter punish on this shit, it locks you into you getting up right in the same spot. Does Ciroc got me buzzed? Yeah. I mean, I'm a little worn out though. I've had a pretty long day, and then before I got on here, I was doing some extracurricular activities. Catch my drift. Now I'm just chilling. Venezuela beat Italy. Hell yeah. About Manfred made that call like, yeah, sorry guys, you're gonna have to take one for the team. Venezuela gotta go up there, or else it looks rigged. An all-white WBC, bro. Finals. Nothing but white baseball players on the field. Just saying. It'd be nothing but white people on the field. If you realize there's not a single fucking white, there's not a single black person on Team USA. Besides Aaron Judge. And Aaron Judge is more light skinned, is stupid light skinned. Oh, Byron Buxton, right? That's about it. I know there's Byron Buxton. But it's only like 3 players that are like actually like all like dark skinned. 2 players that are dark skinned. And then Aaron Judge, who's mixed. Shit is nasty. Okay, so Ken got buffed. See what they did with Akuma. It's not it. Mm-mm. Okay, yo, they nerfed the fuck out of Akuma with that. So Akuma can no longer do crouching medium into adamant flames. Cause that's what a lot of people kept doing. So from crouching medium kick, You can't do adamant flame combos. And the adamant flames is the shit that he goes like, and he like hits you twice, or he goes, and then he knocks you up. One of those two. You can no longer combo from the crouching medium kick into it. Go Hadoken, fully held. The time it took for the fully held version to come out made it very hard to use. We increased the number of hits and reduced the recovery, leaving you at a much larger advantage. So if you manage to get it off, you can set yourself up with a very good situation. The overdrive version, which charges up faster, is now easier to use and leaves you at advantage even without charging it up. This should discourage your opponent from trying to stop you from using the fully held versions when canceling from a normal move on block. Medium Tatsumaki Sanku Kyaku. Since there are now more situations where the first hit will hit high up, such as a fully held Go Hadoken, we've extended the active frames of the second hit to prevent it from whiffing mid-combo. Crouching medium kick, overdrive, adamant fist. With the advantage on hit being reduced on crouching medium kick, it will no longer cancel fast enough to connect into overdrive adamant fist on normal hit. Since overdrive adamant fist cannot be punished on block and leads into big damage in the corner, being able to combo into it from a far-reaching low attack like crouching medium kick was an extremely powerful option. That, combined with Akuma's fast walk speed, made it an overwhelmingly oppressive tool in the neutral game, so we decided to rein it in. Standing medium punch. Changed recovery on whiff from 11 to 13 frames, so he got nerfed on the standing medium punch. Extended the frontal hitbox from lasting 20 frames to lasting until the end of the move. Crouching heavy punch. Extended knockback by 1 frame if the move connects during the first 3 active frames. Vantage on hit changed from 0 to +1 when the move connects during the first active frame. So essentially, that's a nerf. That's a nerf. Because that means that you can't poke with the crouching heavy punch. If you try to use the poke crouching heavy into drive rush or whatever, like if the character's like at the last like millisecond or like super close or well close enough that the crouching medium punch just hits it with the last active frame, you cannot you cannot combo with it. So that's a nerf. Oh, Akuma just got fucking nerfed. Crouching medium kick. Advantage on hit changed from +1 to 0. Holy shit, Akuma got fucking nerfed. Wow. This was they just took Akuma and they just fucked him sideways. Holy shit. That's wild. I can't even read the rest of this. This shit got me sick to my stomach. All right, let's see what Bison got. We have improved Bison's Psycho Mind Planting Back Fist combo in Super R Level 2 and reassess his movement speed during Devil Reverse. Normal back fist combo with Psycho Mind embedded. Since Psycho Crusher is now the main special move to use on block against opponents with a Psycho Mind embedded, the advantage on block was improved so you can gain the upper hand with the back fist combo. Even when used mid-screen, the medium version on hit can now be followed up with a crouching heavy. Normal Devil Reverse. When used to attack from a distance, it causes opponents to whiff anti-air attacks by landing behind them. It's a large effective range, made it difficult to react to counters, so its forward movement distance has been reduced slightly. The Devil Reverse is the shit that you jump up in the air, right? You go like, and then you do like the little chop and shit, the upside down chop or whatever. Okay, so that got nerfed. Super Art Level 2 Psycho Punisher. We have lowered the attack startup time and has its overall utility in adjusting the backward movement distance after activation. This will make it easier to hit an opponent who uses forward moving attacks like Drive Impact or Drive Reversal to get behind you. You can also combo into it from Evil Knee, giving you more opportunities to. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me read this correctly. You are telling me you gave this nigga a cancelable level 2 Psycho Punisher from the bicycle kicks? Like, let me repeat this shit, my nigga. He can bicycle kick into level 2. Why do y'all want this nigga so strong? Please explain to me why y'all want him so strong. Like, that's disgusting. Why do y'all want him to be this strong? That's wild. The mind back fist combo, when you do the mind back fist on block, it's plus 9 frames. So he basically gets the advantage to attack. He gets his turn back. Man, if you don't shut your dumb ass up, talking about Bison's always supposed to be the best. Fuck that nigga. No charge character should be this strong. Alright, I gotta see Chun-Li. Chun-Li's next. And then Ed. Ed gotta be the last one that I check out. Here we go. For Chun-Li, our adjustment primarily focused on 2 attacks performed during Serenity Stream as well as Light Hasanshu. We made each move easier to use and strengthened their usage in the neutral game. Snake Strike. Punch over medium punch. Into medium punch. Starter time for Snake Strike is faster, making it possible to combo into from a normal hit, like a standing heavy punch or crouching medium punch. We've also changed the blowback effect, making it easier to land the first hit against an opponent off of a poke. Wait, they're buffing her? Forward strike. We've extended the reach to make it easier to land a crouching medium kick or a swift thrust on punish counter. In fact, swift thrust should always connect after a punish counter if the hit connects with your. I'm gonna take a shot. I need to smoke. I need to take a shot. I'm distraught right now. What? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Light Hasanshu. We overhauled Light Hasanshu and made it more viable option in the neutral game by making it harder to be counterattacked when attacking from the tip. The advantage of block has also been improved in with the hit effect changed to you could apply pressure on your opponent as they stand. Nigga, what? Okay. That's not even fucking cool. That's not even cool. That's insane. Our Viper got buffed to all hell. I don't want to even look at this shit. Viper is a character with unique mechanics like her high jump, cancel, and fade, which add complex inputs to her neutrals and combos that are difficult to master. Due to this complexity, we believe this often led to performance some moves unintentionally, which made her strength as a character hard to utilize. This time we looked over the overall strength of her moves with the aim of encouraging her unique playstyle, which mostly involved improving the benefit of using drive gauge for a high jump cancel. We also adjusted her super art too, so it's not easy to activate by accident, eased the difficulty of her combo, and generally improved her ease of use as a character. Crouch and medium pressure has been a slight increase to the duration of the move as well as its hurt box. It should make it easier to use as a medium range poke and better at stopping an opponent's drive rush. Standing heavy punch. The block stun has increased, so now Viper's +1. I don't even want to read this shit no more. Let's go to Ed. I'm so distraught. They buffed Viper. How do you buff Viper? They made her easier to use, and they made her moves more advantageous on the block side of things. Nah, I promised them that we was gonna play some baseball. I said we was gonna play some baseball. I'm going through the patch because the patch just dropped. I'll play some ball, then I'll hop on Street Fighter 6. Because we gotta wait for the patch to roll out. Let's see. Where was I? Crouching, heavy, kick, low smash combination. Ed can expect good returns off his far-reaching normal moves, so we reviewed the risks associated with these. We particularly looked at crouching, medium, and heavy kick, which now should have the appropriate amount of risk for their ease of use and recovery on whiff. We also adjusted some combo damage scaling to help normalize the return he receives. Crouch immediate kick, the recovery wave has been increased, the hurt box has been expanded, and the hitbox has been adjusted so that low profile crouching attacks should be more difficult to catch with this move. Now, this shouldn't win out as much when clashing with the opponent's crouching move, so the use of this move has changed drastically. Crouching heavy kick, low smash combination. The hitbox starter have been adjusted in consideration of the returns of the move offer. It should now be easier to punish on whiff now that the standby block hitbox have been adjusted. It should also be altogether more risky due to the extended recovery and hurt box. In addition to the above changes, the recovery at close range is worse, and so it's easy to lose. It's it's less easy to use. Exchange following up with low smash combination on hit will let you cancel into kill rush, increasing its use as a counter poke by giving you a combo without having to spend resources. Okay. So they nerfed Ed. Well, I mean, everybody was asking for this. Everybody was asking for him to have a better hurt box, and that his certain moves be essentially neutered, which is essentially those are the moves that got exactly neutered. Oh, I gotta see this one. Here we go. Blanca's attack that are often changed with his super art level 2 lightning beast, while a Blanca Charm bomb is out have had their strength reduced. For other changes, his pokes that were a bit risky but have long reach were hard to make use of at mid range have been buffed, so his pokes should have more interesting uses. The chain of hits from a Blanca Charm bomb in the corner were very difficult for the opponent to deal with, and we thought it was hard to utilize the defensive tools available to find a way out. Add in a series of attacks from Super Art 2, and you had a situation that was too favorable for Blanca, where it was easy to burn out the opponent on block. Combo on hit, and also get excellent options to continue pressure when knocking down the opponent. Blanca also has a lot of moves that switch sides with the opponent, so even when you push him into the corner, if you slip on your offense, he can switch sides, start his own corner pressure, and turn the tables in an instant. We saw many situations that should have been advantageous to the opponent end up not being the case. We reduced his strength with the aim of alleviating situations with high returns and little counterplay, as well as limiting the deterring effect of moves that can cause the opponent to hesitate on offense. Blanca Chomp, oh, he got nerfed to shit. Well, Mena, you better stick to Blanca, or you're gonna have a character crisis. Because this is a character crisis inducing moment. Considering the amount of situation player could utilize during the hits of a Blanca-chan in the corner, the way it limits the effectiveness of invisible moves, the drive reversal, and the return on hit. We admitted that the bomb will lose its hitbox if Blanca is hit by an attack while the bomb is active. So basically, if you hit Blanca, the Blanca-chan disappears. Should have been like that from the very beginning anyway. There's no reason why the Blanca-chan should still be hopping around on the fucking thing if the person who if the character that started the move gets hit. It shouldn't continue, because that sets up a whole different scenario. You can set up your Blanca-chan, but if you miss the input, let's say for example, dude decides to do a jump in, and you fuck up and you don't parry or anti-air or something like that, you could just let the Blanca-chan turn back and smack his ass and shit. So Okay. So they also nerfed the side switching fucking hop that he has. So if Blanca does the try to do the side switching hop and you're getting up, right? If you press the grapple button, the tech button, it's gonna what's it called? It's gonna work. Before it would just go right through, leading into him getting a counter hit or counter punish. Send a medium kick. Due to a knockback time increase, you can now combo into wild lift on counter hit. The pushback on hit has also decreased, so overdrive backstep rolling attack will also be easier to combo into. Wild nail, the advantage on hit has increased, so it's now easier to continue pressure after knocking down an opponent. Hitting with the latter part of the move will allow you to close in with a surprise forward hop and still have a frame advantage, and canceling into coward crouch. Surprise forward hop is even more advantageous. I can't even fucking read. Okay. Sorry about that. I was thinking about something. There we go. So Blanca just got nerfed to oblivion. What was the last character that I want to see? The last character I want to read about is... Let's go with Terry. For Terry, we improve the usability of round wave and overdrive power charge and reduce the possibility of super arts not connected in a combo in certain situations. While some moves have seen improvement, the pushback on block during burnout has been increased when using light crack shoot. This should help deter players from spamming normal move like into crack shoot. Light crack shoot. Interesting. Overdrive power charge. Like the heavy version of power charge, you can now cancel into other special moves. This makes it handy for cornering opponents and also allowing for follow-up attacks. Super Art Level 1 Busted Woof. Both the players and the opponent are now invisible during hit stops on the first hit. This mitigates a situation where, for example, Busted Woof hits immediately after an overdrive power wave connects in midair, and the opponent is sent flying before the second hit, or Busted Woof connects, causing the move to whiff. Critical Art Rising Fang. We've increased the attack startup when canceling from certain moves, mitigating the issue where it failed to connect. We increased the attack startup when canceling for certain moves, mitigating the issue where it had failed to connect after quick burn hits at low elevation. Interesting. Dude, I keep fucking thinking about this shit. Sorry, I've had a lot on my mind lately, bro, and I've been distracted with the whole rent and everything else piling up on me. Um, Now I have to like deal with this whole insurance situation too. So it's just like I keep those. No, because I keep like thinking. I keep like just like closing my eyes and just starting to doze off in regards to thinking about that shit. I don't want that. But Terry, for example, Terry ended up getting a buff here, and I don't care about the rest of the characters. The rest of the characters essentially, I'll have to figure it. Oh wait, I care about her. Guys, I may have to cut it off short though. Yeah. Um. Yeah, we may have to play some baseball tomorrow because I probably won't last the whole game the way I'm going right now. Mind changes are mainly revisions to her special move, with the largest being the held and overdrive versions of the Kakushin, as well as light Ryumbu. The knockback time for held and overdrive Kakushin has been decreased on hit and block, so it will now be less effective at locking the opponent down at close range or when approaching behind one with a drive rush. The weaknesses are still somewhat covered by the powered up Super Art level 1 versions, making landing it more important than before. On the other hand, we don't want these nerfs to Chosen to make Mai too ineffective at mid-range, so in exchange we made light Ryumbu more effective as a poke. This helped flesh out the role of each of her special moves and should add more balance to her neutral play. Kachosen held normal boost, the adjustment to Kachosen effective fall of the fan after the adjustment to Kachosen's effect the fall of the fan after the first hit on both hit and block, which has had the knockback time reduced. This affects viable pressure combo option after the falling fan, so be sure to check if your go-to options still work. The knockback time of the first hit has also changed for the versions not powered up by Super Art level 1. The first hit at close range will now leave you at -5. So you'll need to find a new way to use it to extend your pressure, such as careful spacing. Okay? So the fans got nerfed. Good. The fans got nerfed. That's all I needed to hear. That's all I wanted to know. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I guess I will not be playing no baseball. Think I overdid it with the Ciroc. I'm not feeling too good. I'm not gonna front. I'm really not feeling too good right now. I haven't been drinking like that either, so that's a good thing. Like, I've been straying away from the alcohol like that. So the fact that I took like 5 shots, I think it was 5. Yeah, I'm completely fucked up. I'm gonna go sleep it off. Thank y'all. We'll be back in a few hours, maybe. I'll probably wake up like around 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, give or take. I always wake up like at 2 or 3 in the morning. And then I'll start testing out the new patch when they drop it live. And if y'all are still up, night owling, y'all guys are more than welcome to come through. And ladies, of course. But outside of that, if I don't wake up or anything like that for that time period when the patch is completely released, and viable for online play, things like that, and do the online stuff, then tomorrow we got a whole lot of stuff to do on Street Fighter, which is really cool. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank y'all for coming through with the patch review notes for me. I appreciate all the love and support here on the channel, and I'm gonna go catch some Z's.